Liz, Happy New Year to you and all your listeners. I can't wait to sit down with President Trump. We're ready to roll up our sleeves. I think we're ready to enact it now, that we've been working on these issues now for over a year, and we're ready to deliver on them. That's why we got to get this reconciliation bill right. I know there's a lot of talk back and forth, but eventually it's going to be President Trump's play call. I think that the House and Senate, we agree on the same goals. Your last reporter just reiterated the importance of securing the border, of making the Trump tax cuts permanent, taking care of the debt ceiling. Whether it's one bill or two bill, the important thing is to get it across the finish line. And what I think most people aren't listening to is to get all those votes over on the House, to get those votes from congressmen from New York and New Jersey. They want that SALT tax deduction. So if they're not going to get that, then they need the sweetener, and that's the border. That's why they got to put this together. I think we should as senators put ourselves in their shoes. And look, I tell everyone, you don't have to win every debate to be successful here. If this is the only way to get it through the House, then that's what we need to do.
Sorry, what's the sweetener about the border?
Well, I think that I would fear any Republican that would vote against a border bill, which is the lead part of this, that they'll get primaried. So I think that every Republican over there in the House, if there is President Trump's border package, which is the #1 issue, then that's exactly what we should be working on. So that's the sweetener.
Okay, Senator, this breaking news, we've got 9 liberal senators, including even independent Senator Angus King, in a surprise turnaround, now say they will vote to move the Laken-Riley Act to the Senate. It's liberal Democrat Senators Tammy Duckworth, Jon Ossoff, John Hickenlooper. Isn't that a big blow to Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the far left? This is an embarrassment for them. Just to recap, the Laken-Riley Act will let ICE arrest and detain illegal aliens who have committed theft, burglary, or shoplifting until they are deported. We've got 9 NFL athletes hit by home invasions across the country. Minority, Hispanic, black communities getting hit hard by illegal alien crime. Now we've got 9 liberal senators saying, yes, move the Laken-Riley bill. They're for it. What do you think?
Well, I think that they're finally listening to the American people, that their #1 concern, despite inflation, is the safety and security of their families. So we've heard that over and over. This was the #1 polling issue, was the #1 issue for at least a year before the election. So I think they hear them saying that.
We now have news coming in. The Trump motorcade is now approaching Capitol Hill. In moments, we're expecting to see President Trump exit his Secret Service protected vehicle. And we're going to stay on the news there. It's breaking news happening right now. You know, let's please listen to President Trump here and getting his agenda through the Senate. Watch this.
Well, I like one big, beautiful bill, and I always have, I always will. But if 2 is more certain, it does go a little bit quicker because you can do the immigration stuff early. I like the idea of the one big bill, but I can live either way. But they'll be coming down. The senators also will be coming down, and then ultimately we'll be meeting in the White House in a few weeks. It's always hard to bring down prices when somebody else has screwed something up like they did. But we'll bring them down. We'll get them down. Energy is going to bring down prices. We're going to have a lot of energy, and energy is what brought it up. Energy and their bad spending is what brought it up.
So, Senator, what do we know about the game plan now in getting the Trump agenda enacted? What's going to move first?
Well, I think that the president is practicing the art of the deal. He's listening to both sides. He's going to measure twice and cut once here. I think it will end up being one bill. I think that's the only thing that gets through the House, so we need to get this right. I know that Chairman Crapo is over there working hard in the Senate Finance Committee. I know that Chairman Smith over on the House Ways and Means is working hard to get the tax part together. I think getting the border part together will be easy, and then we got to really focus on those tax cuts and the debt ceiling.
Senator Roger Marshall, thank you so much. To recap, President Trump has now arrived on Capitol Hill to meet with Senate GOP leadership. Senator Marshall will be at that meeting. Thank you for joining us. Good to